We lost some players. You know, Dwayne Harris had an IV. Jordy had to go back, return punts. Donald Penn got hurt. We played our third left tackle most of the game today, our right tackle, I should say. And, you know, hopefully we get some men well.
That last interception, what was the play call there? What was the thinking about?
He just saw man-to-man coverage. He decided to take a shot, and unfortunately it didn't work out.
Well, guys, would you like to see him keep running the ball? You guys were running the ball pretty well at that point.
Yeah, we tried to run the ball. We saw a lot of different coverages and different blitzes, and we had them off balance. We moved the ball very well. We just got fooled that particular play. The guy made a great play in one-on-one coverage.
How disappointed are you at 0-3?
We have a lot of work to do here, and we're going to continue to work. I'm proud of the way we're competing. We played 3 teams, I think, that might be undefeated. I don't know. Played 3 good football teams, and we played them hard. But we got a lot of work to do here. We'll continue to work, and we'll get this show on the road here hopefully soon.
Does the optimism the players have said you've had after the first 2 games change at all now that it's 1-3 or no?
No, I'm going to get on the airplane and get ready for the next one.
One call early. Keith Smith, what was your thinking on that one?
What was that?
On the early call of Keith Smith on 4th and 1, just try to.
We were at the 1-yard line. You know, we ran a wedge play to the fullback. Looked great on film. We just didn't get it done.
Is that a testament to your guys' faith in Keith on that 3rd and 1? It's a similar route as last week in the flat.
He's a 240-pound fullback. I mean, it's less than a half a yard. You know, we didn't get it done. It's bottom line.
People adjust, but you've been so good on opening drives. You script right down. Do you just get frustrated why that doesn't continue?
Oh, we mishandled a couple balls, honestly, on 3rd down today. Got in trouble in pass protection on a couple times. It's hard to go 80 yards in this league repeatedly against a good defense. And hopefully we start getting some turnovers and some returns in our special teams and set up some better field position. But that pretty much summarizes it.
What was your assessment of the special teams today?
I thought Nugent did well kicking the ball. I thought Johnny was up and down punting the ball. We had some penalties that really hurt us. Started us way behind in the field position. And all 3 phases, we got to all pick it up. And it starts with me. All right.
All
Thanks,
right,
Dad.
thanks.
starting has not been an issue in terms of games this season.
Yes.
It's gone off to fast starts, and of course the way you get to finish them has been the difference.
Yes.
What have you made of that unevenness that continues to present itself?
Well, I've been a part of years where finishing was easy, right? And the beginnings were the problem, and this is just what we have to deal with right now. So I think that we need to finish our practice better, finish our lifts better, finish meetings better, finish everything better, because clearly we're doing a good job at the beginning, right? But I think that we can finish in all phases better, and I think that's what's going to put us over the hump. It's no secret. We're running the same plays, we're, getting the same looks and all those things. We just got to. I think the little things we need to finish better, honestly.
The way you guys are dominating, frankly, in the first half, it was surprised to see that at halftime the score was what it was. It seemed
Right.
like you guys should have been up even further.
Yep.
I think when you look back at this game, you'll find plays where different here, different there. You guys
Yep.
might have been beyond reach late in the game.
There's no doubt about it. Again, we put our defense in a bad spot, and that's on us. We could have finished with so many more touchdowns, right? We were moving the ball again. Third week where we're moving the ball. We had a good plan, and we had some good routes and good things going on, and good runs and all that kind of stuff. But when we got down into the red zone, I think that'll be a point of emphasis for us, just to finish those drives.
Right
The
at the
heat
end
and
of the
humidity-
first half, right in the first half, you guys got the ball back with about 52 seconds left. Was there any discussion about possibly trying to go down the field on that instead of kneeling it out?
I think with no timeouts and being backed up, that's going to be tough, and that's coach's call. But I understood why. In a sense, it's going to be hard with no timeouts to keep trying to get out of bounds, just for a field goal. Let alone go and try and get a touchdown, right? Because they're going to play the soft coverages and all that kind of stuff, and try and let the clock run out. So that's coach's call. So you'd have to ask him.
He said at the end on the road to the end zone, you saw one-on-one. Was
Yes.
that the play called, or did you switch to something you saw?
So we have plays, that are built in with certain stuff. If we have a one-on-one, we can go to certain looks, those kind of things. And I just saw one-on-one with Martavis. Obviously he was hot. He was doing some good things, and just gave him a chance, just like I have, 100 other times in my life. They ended up making a good play, and it sucks, right? The outcome sucks, but I think that going back through it in my head, getting one-on-one with that guy, I'd probably have to do it again.
Derek, how do you feel it's been 0-3? This is not
Terrible. It's not what I expected at all. Terrible, but not down. Trust me. I know how to deal with adversity, and you don't do it by going in the dumps and stop working hard and just give up, right? I think that's what soft people do, and that's not what this team is, and that's not the way I was raised. When things get hard, when life gets hard, you put your head down, you grind, and you make sure whatever you can do, you do better, right? And that's all. That's it. Like I said, I think we can finish better, obviously, but whatever we can do, you got to stay up. You don't feel good because, again, we don't work this hard to lose games, but you keep your head up and you keep going.
The heat out there was bad on both sides, but did it affect you guys at the end there?
It was hot, but again, I lived in Houston and Fresno, my whole life, so it was a nice day.
Is there still a sense of optimism, or is it transforming more to frustration?
Oh no, I've been on some teams where it's just frustration, right? And I can assure you that's not the case. I can assure you, especially with everyone learning, Coach Gunther and Coach Gruden's new stuff, and we're trying to execute it the best we can and at a high level and all these things, and we're doing it almost there, right? And so there's no sense of, we got to give up now. We're almost there. Now you talk to anybody in that locker room, we're one play here. All throughout the game, one play here, one play here, one play here. We're right there where each man in the locker room is like, no, I can give a little bit more. I can do a little bit more to help us. And so, go in there and look at them. Look at our guys, talk to them. Everyone's obviously mad at losing, but not one person is giving up. Again, that won't happen as long as I'm here.
When you look at the locker room's composition, the number of veterans that are here,
Yep.
guys have been in the league long enough to know that 0-3 does not dictate your season. You have 13 games left. It's still out in front of you. How much do you think you guys are built to just process the position you're in?
Oh, we're definitely built for it. Again, just talking to our guys, you see it on their face. No one can deny it. We gave it all. We gave everything we had out there, right? We were moving the ball. We were stopping them. We were, doing certain things, and You talk to anybody in that locker room, we're like, man, we're right there. Just keep going. We've all at some point everybody in that locker room has been at this position at some point. And it feels hard. People say bad stuff. They're mad at you, all that kind of stuff. But nothing's going to change anything. No one's coming to save us. No one's coming to help us, right? It's on us. And so we understand that. And I think having a veteran group makes it a lot easier, especially as leaders. You don't necessarily have to go to every guy and make sure they're all right. Make sure, hey, keep going, keep doing the right thing. We got a room full of guys that are going to all do the right stuff.
When Marshawn says publicly, he decides to speak to reporters and says that this offense is one play away from being the most explosive offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
That should tell you how we really feel. I think even as critical as you guys need to be of us, I think you guys see it too, right? I mean, we're moving the ball against some good defenses. Those first three defenses that we've played have all been top tier defenses, right? And so I think the fact that we've been able to do those things, but then we're right there, we screwed up, right? We have a bad play in the end zone, or one, like he said, one broken tackle here, or one thing here, or that. We're all sitting there thinking, like, man, if we just get it together, and we just all start clicking. Once you get it rolling, it doesn't stop, right? Like I remember just a couple of years where we've just been hit a win streak, and they just come, they just roll. And so, again, I think we have a group of guys that believes that, because Marshawn obviously talked to you, he really believes it, right? And so I think that the fact that he said that just tells you how everyone else really feels.
What was the disconnect on the first interception? It looked like Amari didn't really know maybe the ball was coming.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously I had to 91 came up the field, so I stopped, got back inside, and Coop had him. He had him beat, So I let it go, but he never saw me. He never saw the ball, so he stopped, And again, that's something like, obviously you don't want it to happen because we had a big touchdown, kind of thing. But he didn't see me. He didn't see the ball thrown. I can't get mad at him for that. It's not like he just ran the wrong route or something, or just blatantly did it. He just, he always, I promise you, he wished he had that one back. But we had the look. We had a good look for the play. So I wish we would have hit that one. That would have been fun.
A couple more guys. Take lead into halftime, but do you go in the locker room feeling like maybe you should have been ahead by more? Or did you feel like there was more out there? You guys
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think we left a lot of points, a lot of touchdowns out there, and I think that's been a thing for us really the last couple of weeks, right? I think that we can score more touchdowns and help our defense out. I think that not only can we should, and we will.
If you go back to 2016, you guys were really good in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
What's the key there, and how can you grasp it this season?
Just making the plays. I think when it comes down to it, if you were to go back and look at that year, there's times where things could have went the other way or whatever, and we just happened to make the play, or just whatever it was. And the only way that you can do that, and I've been doing this for 5 years now, is you consistently outwork your opponent. You just consistently outwork them. Every practice, every meeting, every time you go lift, every time you're studying film, you have to consistently outwork everybody that you're going to play against in your mind, right? It's the mindset. And so that when you hit the field, all 11 guys, we can all look at each other and say, yeah, so I watched him practice, I watched him work. I know that you'll make this play, right? And so I think that as long as we get back to that, we're going to be just fine.
Jared Cook in week 1, Amari week 2, obviously Jordy with the huge game today. What did you see from him today, and I suppose bigger picture overall?
Yeah, I've seen the stuff. Obviously, I've seen what he can do. You guys saw it at practice and during camp and all that. He's a big play guy. All his time in Green Bay. We got him on some good looks. We got the first one they brought an inside pressure or outside pressure, and we were able to hit him in the middle, right? And he split them and almost scored. And then obviously the touchdown, ran a perfect route. Again, the big play, I think it was the next drive or a couple drives later on the seam route. He set the stem right, and he's a friendly guy to throw to. I'll just say that. And obviously, he's very talented. So I love Jordy. Love throwing to him. He had a big game, and I wish we could have won, so he could have felt better.
Last one, guys.
Go ahead.
That big hit you took, did that rattle you a little bit, or it just kind of felt good to take a hit?
Never. Which one?
The interception.
No, never rattled. I'm always ready to get back up and fight somebody, right? Even if you can't breathe, you try He trying to get back. Never rattled. My goodness. Funny question. But
Thanks, guys.